Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Shane is back from his trip over to the Emirates. Do you have a good time, mate?
Yeah, no, it was good. Big up to you as well, Jez, for having me on. Always a pleasure, and big up to the chat. Yeah, no, it was good. It was good laugh. Matches always are. It was nice to meet DJB and Aaron in person. I missed Kenny and Dan by a seconds, I think, at the boozer they were in. We were running a bit late, so that's on us. But no, it was nice to get over. The performance wasn't very, very good, but we got the win, got to meet the lads. You know what I mean? And you can't really complain. So yeah, all good. I love going over to get matches in. It can be a bit of a drama sometimes coming over from here, where it's getting flights and things like that. But when you're going over and meeting people, it's easy, and it's a good night out. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, under the lights in the night, freezing cold.
Exactly.
Big up to you, mate. That's all the atmosphere you need, isn't it? Big up, Jamble. But big up Shane and Views, Raid, man. Big up Shane and Views. Let's get into this then. Before we do, what load of bollocks was the World Cup draw all about? Seriously, it's a pantomime. Trump, man, dear oh dear. I don't get it. But apparently, Shane, there's going to be halftime movie or something. You know what I mean? What's that about? What are they going to do that in America? You know, not like they do in America. They have all these.
Yeah, the halftime show.
Yeah. What the hell is that all about?
I don't know. Listen, when Trump is getting a peace award off FIFA, the most crooked corporation, giving it to one of the most crooked presidents, it's going to be a shit show from then on. But yeah, look, the World Cups are World Cups. For me, they lose a bit of their romance. Every one, it gets worse. Loses a bit more every time. It loses a bit of its soul. Becomes a big corporate thing. I think the World Cups peaked around the 60s through till the 90s, and then after that it just started to go downhill. 2002 was good. 2006 was okay, and then they started to just go down gradually. But it's just been milked for everything that it can be, and that whole shazazz and all of that sort of stuff that they wanted to do there was basically what we're in for, I think. But look, if Ireland get into it, it'll be romantic for me regardless, because it's Ireland. But yeah, it was a bit of a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good group. Ireland and Wales will get into. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
Good chance of getting out of that group as well, I would say. But
yeah.
England, of course, have got Croatia. That'll be an interesting one there. But
Ghana as well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ghana, but they're apparently they're ones to watch. But I don't think they'd trouble England too much. Anyway, let's get. Go on, sorry, mate. Go on.
No, just saying they shouldn't be troubling England. They shouldn't be troubling England at all.
Not really. Big up to Lenny Moon, of course, always a legend, real one. And of course we've got ABCZYX2K15X. Wow, that's a name, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Big up to you, mate. Big up, yeah. It's got to be a win tomorrow. Helsinki, mate. Hope you're well. Oi. Big up, Jez. Big up to you, mate. Thanks for watching. Joseph Tyrrell Views' daughter has had a drama performance, Jez, unfortunately. Well, that's okay. And Joseph, he won a peace medal. Yeah, really? Okay. Yeah, okay. Probably one of the most aggravating and annoying people in the world of politics. But we're not going to get into that. We're not getting into that. J-Lux videos, man. What a disgusting disgrace that was. Yeah, that draw. Honestly, I couldn't watch it. And then
it's a lot.
It was just longing it out. I mean, come on, man. Jesus. Gunners for Liam, big up, mate. Halftime show, just dramatic like Super Bowl settings, Americanized. Yeah, you know that. It's always going to happen that way in America. Nothing against America, but that's what they like to do. They've got to make a performance out of it, rather than just play the game. Aces, big up, mate. Big up to you. Right, tomorrow, Shano, midday, 12:30. I hate midday kickoffs. I don't know. It just seems to me that Arsenal just don't seem to turn up, and we've got a tough ask tomorrow. We're away at Villa Park playing the Villains. Great ground, I love Villa Park, but we've got to be up on the money tomorrow. We
Yep.
have got to, because they've hit a bit of form, mate. Come 2-0 down, come back, win 4-2 the other night, mate. What's your view?
Well, Villa for me is always a big game. A lot of my best mates are Villa fans. There's a good chunk of Villa fans over here because in the 90s they had Paul McGrath, Steve Staunton, Ray Houghton. So a lot of younger people saw the Irish lads playing for them and started following. But Villa, as I keep stating on my streams, their home form is in the last 28 games is the best in the top 5 leagues in Europe. I think they've won 24 out of 28, lost 1. So they're not even drawn, really. They're just smashing teams. Emery has Arteta's number. We know that. And the big thing for me, Jez, is that Rice and Saliba will surely be rushed back and forced to play injured. They might not drop in this game, but this will cause them to drop over the Christmas period. I got accused this morning on my stream of wishing Arsenal players got injured so I could be right. No, why would it be me always saying, please rest them, please rest them, please rest them? I don't want to see them injured. Please rest them. They're going to get injured if you don't rest them. But just because I say they're going to get injured if you don't rest them, then that means I'm wishing that they get injured. Like any Arsenal fan could wish for his own players to get injured. But that's my big fear tomorrow, Jez, is the result, sure. But it's like we know Rice is going to be on that pitch. He made him come out straight after the game and say he's okay. Fans will say, well, why would he say it? Because he's going to play him. He's come out and he said, when am I meant to rest him? Well, there's plenty of games, mate, where you could have rested him. But big up to Vigilante, Jez. He sent me a video. It's of Rice coming off the pitch in that Brentford game, and his ankle was already strapped up because he had a sock down, so it was already strapped up. So he's probably been injured for most of the season, injured again, and now that Mosquera's out for 6 to 8 weeks, Saliba will be rushed back. So he'll be rushed back to play on the ankle that he was rushed back on after the Liverpool game, and then he was rushed back again, and it's broken down twice already. Arteta came out and lied and said that he got a knock in training. Then it got released that he was already injured in the Bayern game. So it's for me, it's the ankle again that's gone. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it will be. And yeah, but as for the game itself, Jez, Villa way rough. They've been spanking everybody at Villa Park, and like you said, 2-0 down to an informed Brighton team away from home, and they come back and win 4-3. So they're scoring. And I've only predicted 1 loss for Arsenal this season before a game, and I was wrong, by the way. I predicted us to lose against Newcastle away, and we didn't. This is the second one where I'm predicting a loss. I just have a really bad feeling about this. Like you said, early kickoff. And you know what it is, Jez, with the early kickoff, which is really annoying? If you do lose it, you have to sit back and watch everyone else either catch it or, and that the worry comes in. If you get the win, it's the best because you just sit back and watch everybody else. But for this league that apparently is going to be over in January and February, we were told, if Villa win, they're 3 points behind us, Jez. 3 points behind us. Yeah. Make that make sense if you can.
Yeah, that's fact, mate. Aces think this game's got a draw written all over it. I'm not far behind you on that one, my friend. Yeah, AFC 87 always midfield is key tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, it is. And we could have a bit of a difficult day tomorrow. Rob Future, bad at midday kickoff. Yeah, we're not good. We're not good. Bad at Villa, bad against Emery teams. Oh, yes, great day out. Great day out. Gunners for Liam, disclaimer, Jez, this is a football channel. No politics will be spoken here. Only opinions on footy only. Yeah, that's a new thing I think that Lee's doing. I don't know why. Go, I suppose. Lenny, big up, mate. Emery likes to show he's better than Super Mick. Well, he's a very, very good manager. We know that. Big up to 01 Zinihino. Yes, Jezza, you're back stream consistently for good. I'll do my best, mate. It's been a tricky last 3 months, personally. But, yeah, I'll do my best, mate. I'll do my best. Get the work rate out there. Big up Darren, my friend. 2 pansies in midfield, Odegaard and Zupa. We'll talk about that one in a minute. If I had a Billy Bonds to work with Rice, he would be winning the game tomorrow. Fact. Absolute facts, mate. Hello, Marie. Hope you're well. Big up those legends in chat. Smash the lights up real quick, people. Yeah, smash the lights up, people. It does help the channel. It does help it get it out there on this YouTube new algorithm, which is absolute shit. Be honest with you. It's rubbish. It's knocking everybody down. Don't know why they're doing it, but hey, there you go. UHLRTG, big up Jez and Shane. Apparently, Timber got a knock in training today. There you go. There you go. There we go. You see, Macy, Timuri, big up Jez and Shane. I'm worried about Aston Villa tomorrow. You know, Morgan Rogers will target Ben White and Bumendi will target Calafiori. Yeah, it's not a bad point, actually. Strict. Big up yourself. Big up Stricto, man, if that is the real Stricto. Unai Emery is way better than Arteta is. I can't stand super duper mixed press conferences. Yeah, well, I don't even listen to him, to be honest. Most of what he talks is shit. Macy says, Man City will beat Sunderland tomorrow and put more pressure on us. Well, I mean, big up Matty, man. Big up Matty. Man. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Macy. I can see what you're saying. It's not over yet. We got the difficult period coming in now. Southern, big up, Matty. The season officially started now, brethren. Yeah, it has, mate. Yeah, it really has now. We're into the deep shit now. Helsinki 10-20. I would like very much if the league goes down to the last game to see who wins it. Yeah, that's what football's about, mate. It's about all the drama. Arsenal FC, no Arteta FC. Good man. With another manager like Enrique, we walk this league. That's a good point. 01 Zinhino. The more you post is the higher chance of attracting more people. Yes, mate, I know that. But I've had it's been a difficult time, mate. It's been a difficult family-wise time, and obviously family always comes through, my friend, first. Mm-hmm. But I will do my best. Now we're over that dramas. I will give my best shot on streaming at least 3 or 4 times a week. I can't do every day. But much as I'd love to, like Shano, work rate is relentless. I just do not have, unfortunately, the time to do it. Mr. Seymour, Dr. Seymour Butts is in the house. Great. Watched you last night, mate. Big up Jess and Shano in the legend chat.
Big up, Dr. Butts.
I have to get you on my show, man. Stricto. We have to beat Villa. I don't want to see Saka for the next 2 weeks, but Arteta is doing well right now. Fair enough. Yeah, well, we are top of the league. We are top of the Champions League. Can't deny that. But let's get into this, Shane. Let's get into this. Zupermendi. Zupermendi. Right. When we bought him, look, I'm not going to sit here and make out I knew all about that player. I didn't. I'm not one of these people that likes to make out they watch every league in Europe. I don't. To me, mate, he's been a bloody massive disappointment. What's your view?
Yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get the praise. I watched a good bit of Zupermendi now, but I did watch him as well get dog walked by Casemiro when United knocked Sociedad out of the Europa League last season. I said from the whole summer that with time on the ball, he's fantastic. When he has time to turn and have a look around, he can ping a pass. He reads the game well enough that he doesn't need to be crunching into tackles. But again, he reads the game well when he's got time. I said the pace of the league could catch him out, but I always caveated it with, listen, Rodri for 6 months was bullied off the ball at City. Rodri made mistakes. Rodri was getting dropped. Rodri wasn't the Rodri that won a Ballon d'Or. They're the same type of player. Rodri's a bigger bloke, you know what I mean? So it would be easier for him to get used to it. But I did worry for Zupermendi in the high press. We've seen it. He was and big up to Darren Sullivan. I did say as well in the summer that teams like Villa, Liverpool, that high press, Newcastle, I said their whole job will be in the midfield, will be as soon as the keeper bowls it out to Zupermendi, you swamp him and there will be a mistake in him. So they will target him. Villa are frenetic. They're relentless with the high press. So they will be targeting him to close him down. I think he'll lose the ball quite often. And I think if Declan Rice either isn't playing, he'll have to be seriously injured not to play. And if he is playing when he's not fit, I don't know if he'll be able to cover him as much. So I really, really fear for Zubimendi in this Villa game. I think this could be one of his. If he ends up coming out of this with flying colours, it'll be huge. But yeah, for me, Jez, I think he could become a great player. I haven't written him off. I think if he learns how to use the high press, as in shift to the side and lead the player that slows him down in dust and then have more time in the ball, I think he has all the potential in the world to be a good player. But he's not young. But as for these people out there saying he's been fantastic and he's been brilliant and he's a revelation and all, he has had 4 or 5 games where he's been truly awful. He's had 5 or 6 games where he's been average. He's had a couple of games where he's been very good and a handful of games where he's been good. That's not good enough if you want to win leagues. People say, well, we're top of this and we're top of that. Rice has run himself into the ground protecting this guy. He does all the running to stop him getting exposed, yet he's still being exposed. So to round it off, Jez, I have been very underwhelmed. And underwhelmed is a nice way of putting it. He hasn't been near good enough. And I think the protection that he's being given by these fans it's not enough to make him want to improve, because if he goes on social media, all he's hearing is that he's the greatest midfielder in the world. You know what I mean? That's all he's hearing. So now that he's got Odegaard in beside him and Rice, it's going to get harder for him, because Odegaard will keep passing it back to him. Odegaard will lose the ball more than Eze does. And that's another thing that we will need to prepare for as well. Eze ain't starting in that midfield anymore. And that's only going to set us back. But as for Zubimendi, so far, not for me at all, Jez. Not for me at all.
No, I've been disappointed. I mean, look, I've always said, whoever we bring in, I'll always give them 100% support and give them my faith. But there comes a point where you have to make an analysis and say, is this really working? And right now, not for me. It's not happening. But I'm going to do something I never normally do. It's not the real Stricto, I know that. I'm going to pop the link in the chat, right? And if any of you legends want to jump in, you're more than welcome. I never do this, so I thought, why not do something different? Oh, by the way, Shane, I meant to say, 2 weeks' time we got the Arsenal quiz, and I'm going
to be there for that.
Invite Kyle, your fellow compatriot, and I'll get hold of Anthony Herbert as well. I haven't seen Anthony for ages, but yeah, it'll be the Christmas quiz, and then Shane, I always do my hang on, I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. Do the Christmas show, which usually get Mama on with that one. Haven't seen Mama either for a while, but I'm going to put the link in the chat. Macy, Darren, if you guys want to jump in, you're up to you. But there it is. Anyway, Shane, 12:30 kickoff. Fans got an early start. It's going to be horrible weather day tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely shit. But it's a big game tomorrow. We've got to take them 3 flipping points, man. We've really got to do it, but Mosquera possibly out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Apparently so, yeah.
Not good. I mean, we're just dropping again like flies. But I see today that rumor that possibly Arsenal will be in the transfer market in January. Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
No, I don't think we'll be. I think we'll have a quiet transfer window. In a way, I'm kind of the belief that he shouldn't get any more players. When's he ever going to learn then that he can't just keep injuring players and just get bailed out all the time? Like I said before, he'd be like a spoiled child who knows that he can break his toys, they'll just get replaced. So I don't know. I think the only transfers we'll have will be outgoings. I think we'll only have outgoings. Maybe they might surprise us. You never know. Maybe if they feel like another player will get us over the line. But I said this morning, Jez, how many players have come in for him and hit the ground running. It's very rare a player comes in, an Arteta player, and hits the ground running. They always have to get used to his tracking back. They have to get used to the way he makes them run nonstop. And it takes them about 6 months. And then on top of that, they when he does get them, he normally injures them quite early because of the training, the intense training. You look at Norgard got injured, Capier got injured, Madueke got injured. They all got injured because of his training. Gyökeres, his first ever muscular injury. That's his first ever muscular injury. So even if he gets someone in January, it'll take them a few months to settle, and he'll probably injure them in the first month or two as well. So I wouldn't be getting them any. But I don't think with the new stadium addition to the stadium going on and stuff like that, no, I don't think we'll spend any money in January. I think if anything, we'll sell, and I think that'll be. I think they'll try and get rid of Jesus, and they'll try and get rid of a couple of others. And if I was Wanyeri, I'd be demanding that I'm let go in January, because he ain't getting this game anymore. But no, I don't think we'll spend much at all.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I mean, for me, Jesus, Zinchenko, they can go out the door. Big time. They're just Macy. Welcome, mate. First time on my channel, I believe.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Give us your breakdown. Villa Park tomorrow, 12:30. Aston Villa. They've hit a little bit of a purple patch. So give us your prediction, mate.
Well, I am a bit worried tomorrow because Aston Villa have got 6 wins this season, and the thing is that their players are like Ollie Watkins is still banging in goals for them, and Morgan Rogers is still running the show. And the thing that worries me, Jess, is that the fact that Declan Rice, if he starts that game tomorrow, it could be a risk for us, because in the Brentford game, he was holding his calf. And the problem is this manager doesn't realize that Declan Rice should not be playing every single game, because you don't know how long it could be a risk to start him in midfield. But the problem is, I'm kind of worried about Zubimendi now, because I know he's a good player. I mean, I watched him when he was at Real Sociedad. He was a good player there. And for me, I think he'll be a better player at Arsenal. But the thing is, his passing this season has been a bit off key. But apart from that, I still will give Zubimendi his praises. But I really want Noni Madueke to start tomorrow, because for me, he's really stepped up since coming from Chelsea. And I know I didn't rate him a lot when he was at Chelsea, but he's really come to the football club and he's really made an instant impact for us. So from now on, he should be covering in for Saka, because Saka for me has been terrible this season. I just don't know what's happened to him. Is it because of the fact that he's getting another 300k contract, or the fact that this manager has to keep playing him every single game? So no matter what happens, Saka should not be playing until he is back up to speed. So for me, Madueke should be on the right wing in my book, and then we can bring Saka on, but we should put him on the left and keep Madueke on the right. And Mikel Moreno this season, I have been a bit harsh on him. I mean, he's been making a lot of mistakes since coming to Arsenal, but this season he has really stepped it up. I mean, that goal he scored against Brentford, that was an outstanding header. He's really become a good striker for me. So if I had to say who should be our striker, I would say Gyökeres, but I would rather give Moreno a chance, because he's really stepped it up since coming in as our full striker for the day. So I'm happy that Mikel Moreno has really proved me wrong since coming last season, and Calafiori as well. Another one that I've given a bit of stick to, but he's really proved me wrong so far. But let's see if he can keep it up. And also, we know that Mosquera is injured and he'll be out for 6 weeks. So I think now the option we have left is to put Timber next to Nkapi, because for me, we know that we don't know whether or not Saliba will be up to speed tomorrow. So I would rather try putting Timber at centre back next to Nkapi, see on how that works. and put Ben White at right back. And Ben White against Brentford, he was amazing. Like, he was putting in a lot of crosses, and he was also defending so properly. So Ben White should, like, it's good for, I mean, it's good to see Ben White back up to speed. So I would give him another chance to show what he is made of, because we haven't seen Ben White in action this season. And against Aston Villa, I am a bit worried about that game, but I think for my prediction, I would rather go for a draw, because for me, our record at Villa Park, we did beat Aston Villa before last season 2-0 when Trossard scored one of the goals. But this Villa team is more dangerous than last season's Villa. So for me, my prediction, I would rather go for maybe a draw for that game, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but Matty will be joining us in a little short period. But there's a comment here I starred. I think this is quite interesting. Helsinki 10-20. Question: do you think it was a mistake not to give a new contract to Partey? No way that was ever going to happen, mate. That was never going to happen after what happened. We don't know the full facts right now, but I don't believe it was ever going to happen. What do you reckon on that one, Shayna?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. No, not a chance. Not after the stuff that has come out and that was going to come out. I think Arsenal broke their back trying to cover it for as long as they did. I think they bailed them out 7 times or something like that, didn't they? So they knew full well what was going on. And if it does come out and it is serious, they need to hold their heads in shame for playing them for as long as they did. And even if it does get cleared in court, there's no smoke without fire. He was definitely up to some nasty shit. But yeah, no, I'm with you. That was never happening. They just struggled they kept that under wraps as long as they could. And as soon as his contract ran out, they said to the media and the cops, well, you can release it now, because he said now it'll say ex-Arsenal player when they do it on the news. But yeah, no, he was never getting a contract. A player like that, definitely. Zubamendi ain't that. Zubamendi needs someone beside him, otherwise he gets overrun. Partey was able to handle it on his own. But those sort of sixes that are powerful like him, those wreckers, destroyers that are also good on the ball like Partey was, they're a rare find. They're a rare find. So it's very hard to find someone like that. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are coping now with their praise of Zubamendi. Oh, he's this, he's that. I'm sorry. He'll never be that sort of player. He doesn't have it in him. You don't have to be huge to play the 6. I'm not saying you have to be a beast. I mean, Kante was small. Makelele was small. You know, you don't have to be that big breaker. You can read the game well, which I already complimented Zubamendi on. He can read the game quite well at the end. He makes interceptions. But I never really saw Partey get overrun the way this guy's been overrun in several games, and it's only not even halfway through the season. I never once saw him get bullied like that and get caught. He got caught in the ball sometimes. Partey did have a habit of getting caught on the ball sometimes, but this guy's been caught on the ball, I think, more than Partey did this whole time here, and misplacing passes and stuff like that. But listen, we'll yeah, I don't think Partey was ever going to get a new contract, and yeah, we shall see. We shall see what happens.
I think Arsenal are culpable for it. I mean, they knew what had gone on. This is where I find the classy Arsenal. We're not a classy team anymore. We once were. We were very classy. We're not anymore. That was quite obviously hidden, disguised, put on the back burner. But we're not going to get into that, because that's not what we're here to talk about. Ethan says, anyone knows Martinez is back from injury because he didn't play for Villa in the last game? I don't know about that. Anybody? No? Oh,
no, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, but Villa have. But for me, I think Villa have got a better. Have got another goalkeeper to cover in for Martinez. I think his name is Bizot. I think
he played at the weekend, but he was dodgy at the weekend.
Their new signings from Brest in France. I mean, Bizot is a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything. He was your man Bizot was dodgy at the weekend. From crosses, from set pieces.
In that game,
but mainly from the set pieces gave him trouble, which would be a big plus for us. if he's playing, because we can get at him with, he doesn't like crosses, and that could be that would change my view on the result if he start, to be fair. But yeah, I haven't heard anything at all. I'm just checking now, actually. I think Martinez has been having trouble with his back, so he'll probably be in and out of the team quite often.
Yeah.
Darren, big up Darren, man. I'll be getting Norgard out the toolbox tomorrow to push Rice further forward, maybe with Lewis Skelly in the middle, sell Zumba and Odegaard in January. Yeah, we're not going to sell them, mate. You know that. No. That's not happening. That is not happening. Kawaji, big up Kawaji, mate.
Big up Kawaji.
Big up Jesus Aston 67, Shane Macy in the chat. Good evening, everyone. Big up to you, mate. Always good to see you here. Timber is a mega defender, says Darren. I was wrong about him being a crock. He's out of this world. He bodied Thiago in midweek. And on that note, we're going to bring in Matty. Big up, Matty.
Big up, Matty.
Looking a bit wrapped up, a bit cold there, mate, is it? A bit cold?
I've got pure British weather today, rain and cold.
I swear. I've got Matty here, and as we always have, the real one in the chat and in the panel. Matty, big game tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. We know we don't like midday kickoffs at Arsenal. I think the players like to have a little bit of sleep in, but it's a must win tomorrow, Matty. Must win tomorrow. We know that, as I said to Shano at the start, they're a little bit of a purple patch, old Villa. 2-0 down the other night, come back and win 4-2. They're going to push us. We know that. We know what Emery likes to do to Arteta. He likes to embarrass Arsenal, quite rightly, after the way Arsenal treated him. Personally, I want Emery to go. I thought he was give him time, like we have this clown, and we would achieve something. But give me your view on it, mate. And what do you think? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Because we've got injuries, mate. We've got injuries.
We got a major problem here with injuries. Shout out to Shane. We chatted earlier today. Macy, good to see you, my friend. Long time no see, brother.
You too, man. It's been a while.
Appreciate you for reaching out to me. I spoke with Norski about an hour and a half ago, and tomorrow is one of these weird days. There's quite a few things there that can go 2 or 3 different ways, because you've got our game against Villa. You've also got Sunderland and City. I'll tackle us first. Now, we've got Villa twice this month. So, whatever we do tomorrow will be looked at for the next game, vice versa. But the important thing is that we're on the road. And I've said this to 2 or 3 different people over the last few weeks. We've had the luxury of playing the majority of our tough games or crucial games at home. And when we went to Sunderland, gentlemen, what happened when we went to Sunderland? Where was that at? That was on the road. We're going to find out tomorrow going to Villa. And we're going to be going up against a team that has made a habit. They have made a habit this season of, if they go behind, they find a way to win. The manager's probably going to start the game tomorrow with Odegaard. And I'm just going to let everybody know now. If you saw that midfield, Shane, you were right there in the stadium the other night. You saw the midfield firsthand. That's what you're going to see tomorrow. And you're going to see how anemic the offense was again. We're back to that now. We're back to where when the season starts, we've gotten so used to having Gyökeres and the guys, We're back to now having that drag, slow midfield that we had when the season started, before Eze showed up. When everybody was crying about bringing in Eze, we can bring in Eze, let's bring him in. With the midfield, we're just too slow. It's just too slow. The attack is too slow. We're back to that. And that does not bode well for tomorrow's game. Because Aston Villa, and let's have it right. Jazz, we all watched the last season when we played Aston Villa, that first game of the season. Let's have it right. If they put those chances away last year, that was the completely different discussion at Villa Park last season.
Mm.
So tomorrow, I'm leaning here with Macy. I was listening coming in. I'm looking at a draw tomorrow. And for me tomorrow, I think the most important thing is who survives this. Because we've got players out here. We've got players that we know for a fact are playing injured. We know this. We've seen the pictures. We've seen ankle braces. We've heard the rumors, the murmurs. Mascara. People are saying, "Oh, it's not that serious." Well, 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's most of the season. And now you've got Saliba coming back tomorrow. Well, they just said a couple of weeks ago he was on a long-term injury.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's gone to the Lazarus pool. And now he's back all of a sudden. And for those who Batman reference it, for those who don't know, the Lazarus pool. And then he comes back. And then now he's playing tomorrow. And I told Shane this morning. I said, Shane, these players that are playing, if we win this game tomorrow, the injuries will be forgotten about.
Yep.
They'll forget about them. They'll throw them away. It's y'all overreacting. And then when we get towards the end of the month and they resurface twofold, then everybody will go back to having a calamity about these injuries. And see, for me, when you look at Declan Rice and he's reaching for that cow, anybody that's been watching, that's watched basketball, that's watched football, that's watched sports and just sports in general, calf injuries lead to Achilles injuries. And if he plays, let's say he gets through December, let's say he gets through a little bit of January, and then all of a sudden ruptured Achilles, he's out for a calendar year. Well, guess what? Now you windows closed, and now you're sitting there with your hands up in the air. You have to protect these players. And that's down to the manager. So that's going to be on the back of everybody's mind tomorrow. And if you don't think that Unai Emery is looking at film from last year, he's a film man. So he's identifying weak areas. Macy was talking about Zubimendi. I'm telling you now, just think about that midfield. A midfield of Zubimendi and Odegaard.
Yeah.
You know there's trouble coming, y'all. You know there's trouble coming. And an injured Declan Rice if he's out there.
Mm-hmm.
This almost sounds like 2 years ago, gentlemen. Overrun in midfield. Jez, does this not sound like what we were dealing with 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Getting overran in midfield. So this is on the table for tomorrow. Then you go to the striker situation. Marino's up there. Saka, is he going to do it? And then who's going on the left tomorrow? Oh, is Eze going over there or is it Martinelli going over there? What does Jokers get left out in all this? There's a lot of questions still to be answered here with this football team. And people have acted as if we've won the league. This season, I keep trying to tell people, if we win tomorrow and everybody else win, we're back to this same situation next week and the week after that. I told Norski today, until we're 18 points clear, do not talk to me about winning the league because no league is safe, especially with Arsenal. 6.5 points, 2 points, 3.6. No. We need a victory tomorrow so that we can get ready for next week, and then we need a victory next week so that we can get ready for the week after that. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, fair play. That's great points there, Matty. Great points. Kawaji, this is his team lineup against Aston Villa.
Oh, this is the combined 11. This is combined 11.
Combined.
Right, okay. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Konsa, Calafiori, Onana, Rice, Eze, Rogers, Saka. Yeah, that's not a bad shout actually.
Yeah.
Saka, Gyökeres. That's an interesting one, actually, Shane. Are we going to see Gyökeres start tomorrow?
If Rice is so injured that this manager has to drop him, then yes, because he'll push Marino back into midfield alongside Zubimendi and Odegaard. But I don't think so. I think Marino's his starting forward now until Havertz comes back. And the only thing on that is Havertz will never be right again. He's done him in like Jesus now, the grade 3, and then his other leg. He'll be back in and out of the team like Jesus. He'll play 6-7 games and he'll collapse. But yeah, look, I don't think he'll play. Rice is playing tomorrow regardless, because as we saw, Big Up the Vigilante was sending that video. As Rice came off against Brentford with a sock down, he was already strapped up. So he was already injured. He's injured again. He's come out and said, "Oh, I'll be ready." He was told to say that, by the way. But what these guys don't get is that when they go down injured, it's not necessarily the game that we were that we were saying, "Oh, they could go down in this game." It's a byproduct. They never understand that. They don't understand that it's a byproduct. When Gabriel went down for Brazil, he would have gone down that week anyway, regardless of who he was playing, when he was training. It was going to happen. He had 90 minutes preseason football combined. He had 28 minutes. Then he had 62 minutes in 2 preseason games. After 6 months out, he then played 17 matches in a row. Not counting international. He played 17 matches in a row. He started 15 of them. He came on for 2 League Cup games he didn't have to play. He started games in the Champions League he didn't have to play. He got run into the ground. He would have dropped. Whether he could walk into the shop, it would have happened. That was coming. The only surprise with Gabriel is that it took as long as it did. That's the only surprise. Saliba, for me, I would put any money that this is his ankle flaring up again. Why? Because Arteta lied about it. He said he picked up a knock in training yesterday. Then it started to get leaked that he was injured in the pre-Bayern game, and he played through injury in the Bayern game. So when he lied about it, and I called that at the time, I said he's lying about that, because there was no way that he would not play a player that just took a knock. Saliba had to be helped off the pitch at Anfield by 2 physios. He made him start. So if he's taken a knock in training, there is no way that he is not playing in that Chelsea game. So that was a flare-up of the ankle that he forced him to play on against Liverpool, then rushed him back and put him on the bench against Newcastle, then brought him on at half-time because Mosquera made one mistake. So he rushed him back again. Then it flared up again. Now it's flared up again. And he is turning around to him like he did Timber before the Champions League game against PSG, going, "Oh, I need you tomorrow, Willie. I need you tomorrow, Willow. I need you to be ready, guys." He's going to force him to play or manipulate him into playing, and then he's going to drop again very, very soon. Now, we will look at, even if we're going there with Saliba, Nketiah looks solid. I'll give him that. But going to Villa Park is a lot different. Mate, trust me. You haven't faced anything like that yet. You haven't faced anything like Onana bashing into you and getting in your face. So with the Gyökeres thing, this guy will do whatever he can not to start him. Just like he couldn't wait to get Eze out of the team. Couldn't wait to get him out of the team. Odegaard's back, Eze's out. So the way we might see Eze this weekend is if he's out the wing. But if Trossard's back, he knows that the crowd are all calling for Trossard now. He can drop him. And these guys will keep quiet. These top gooners will be very mousy quiet about Eze getting dropped. Why? Because we called it. And what happens is then with the injuries and things like that, when you call it and it happens, then they can't blame this manager. So they come into your chats and they say, "Oh, you're disgusting. You are hoping your players get injured." Now, how am I hoping they get injured when I'm the one saying, "Please rest them. Please don't play him this week. Please don't play Rice this week. Please don't play Saka this week." I'm the one calling for them to get rested so they don't get injured. But this manager, like someone said, he doesn't think long term. So that's why we get these injuries. That's why we're able to call them. That's why we know Timber will drop at some point. It's why we know Saliba will drop at some point. It's why we've called it, because we can see it happening. He plays them over and over and over again. Oh, but Haaland plays all the time. Right, but Haaland doesn't run unless the ball's being played to his feet. Otherwise, he just walks around. He's not running back 24/7. He's not running around. He's not closing everybody down. It's crazy. So the thing is, with Gyökeres, no, I don't think he'll start. I think the team will be, if someone was to ask me now, will be Trossard if he's back. If not, it'll be Eze out the left. I think Saka will be thrown straight back in now because he scored. Yeah, he has to play him again, so he'll be thrown back in. I think it'll be Rice, Odegaard, Zubamendi. I think Saliba will be rushed back, so he'll be on with Nketiah. That way, Timber will still go at right back, even though he didn't get his rest that he was due. He could play Ben White, but I can't see Ben White getting more than 90 minutes in a row without dropping again, and I think he knows it. And Calafiori at left back. So I think if we go in with that team, it looks strong enough on paper, but we have to remember that we're going in with a 40% Rice, maximum 40%, and a 40% Saliba maximum. So I do worry. I worry about that, especially against a team that's so high press, So yeah, we shall see. We shall see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Some very good comments actually coming up. The girl Gaffer says, given this stressful conversation we're having, I could really have whatever wine Jez is having right now. Bless to you. Anana will be on Zupa Mendes' arse tomorrow. Zupa has to be aware. Very much so. Very much so. With Arteta, you need 20 points difference. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to start his comment. Kawaji, I'm going to come back to your team lineup in a minute. That's alarm bells. Yep. As Shane's saying, I don't want to see overclapped on the pitch. Well, you will. You will. You know that. You know you're going to see him. AFC 87 always. We might not even be top of the league by Christmas. Well, we've been calling it. Matty, Shano, we've been saying it. Lee, Kenny, we've all been calling it. DJB, that we could get caught. And the girl Gaffers, Sunderland, I need you to rise.
Jez,
You're feeling that mood. Macy, I'm going to come to you on this one.
Yeah.
Right. This is Kawaji's lineup for tomorrow. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Hincapi, Calafiori, Rice as captain. Zupa-Mendy, Saka, Eze, Martinelli, Gyökeres. Pretty much, which I think it will be. Martinelli, I just don't know what's happened there. I'm going to ask you your opinion. I'm going to go, and now I'll get Matty's opinion straight after you on this lineup.
Yeah. About the lineup, I mean that is a good lineup there, but I am a bit worried about Saliba's if Saliba is ready for that game, because he does because I'm just a bit concerned if he's 100% ready, because he's not been playing a single game since he got that injury against Liverpool, so it is a big major doubt for us now. And also on Rice too, because we saw him against Brentford when he was being taped up. He was being taped up in his leg, so he is a major doubt too, and that is a huge worry. And also Zuba-Mendy against Onana, that is a big, massive story. I mean, Onana is such a massive midfielder, and it's going to be hard for someone like Zuba-Mendy to out jump him when it comes to Aston Villa taking a corner. And Here's what I would say. Many years ago, when we were in a title race in 22-23, I wanted Onana at Arsenal, but for some reason we got Jorginho instead. So that was the year when we should have got Onana, but instead we ended up getting Jorginho instead. And look what happened. Onana, when he played against us in an Everton shirt, Everton beat us 1-0. And that was the year we dropped out of the title. So don't be surprised if Onana does the same to us again in a Villa shirt. And also, this manager still thinks that Moreno up front is a good idea. And listen, Moreno has done all right since he's our main full striker for the day. He's been doing a lot, scoring goals for us, like against Chelsea and against Brentford. So there's no way Arteta is going to start Gyökeres, because he's happy with Moreno up front. And I really want Gyökeres to start a game for us. But the problem is this manager still doesn't trust him, and he still doesn't trust Eze too, because remember, he never wanted those two in the transfer window. Berta wanted them. So there's no point. So Arteta still has that doubt of playing both of them. And Martinelli as well, he was a bit poor against Brentford on Wednesday. His touching was a bit poor, and he wasn't even making any good runs for us. So he has to step up tomorrow, Martinelli, because if he does the same thing that he did against Brentford, then it's gonna cost us. And Saka too, because apart from the goal that Saka scored, he was awful in that game. He should have laid the ball off to Gyökeres to get that second goal, but we know Saka is selfish because he wants the glory all to himself, because Arteta has a contract for Saka to play every single game, because every time, because Saka has to get many games because it's in his contract for some reason. So, but the thing is, Saka needs to hold bench or rest up because next summer is the 2026 World Cup, and if Saka is not 100%, like if he gets injured in the Premier League, then there could be no chance of him making the England squad for the 26 World Cup next summer. So we better not start Saka tomorrow. I would rather start Madueke on the right instead, because we saw what he did against Brentford. He was gliding forward, he was putting in crosses, and he was even. But the problem I have with Madueke is that his corners are a bit off sometimes. So from now on, Madueke shouldn't be taking any corners.
They're crap. Terrible.
Yeah. So from
terrible.
now on, yeah, but Madueke is good at going forward. He's good at creating something on the right-hand side. So for me, I would rather put Madueke on the right instead of Saka. Saka can be brought on from the bench, maybe in the last few minutes, but keep Madueke on because Arteta wanted him. So this is his time now to start using Madueke.
Yeah, good point. Shane, you got to jump, mate. You got to go over to your members channel stream. Sorry.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. No rush. No rush.
Well, look, when you got to go, just go. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just go. Yeah. Hang on, I'll just do these couple of super chats, man. Zin's 2682. Thank you, mate, for your super chat. Jez, what position should we target in the summer? Maybe a Rice backup. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Totally agree, man. SG, big up, mate. Thank you for your super chat as well. Big up, Jez, Shane, Matty, and Macy. Matty, I like your clothes. It looks like you're ready to hunt deer. Yeah, he's got his rifle, mate. Got his gun out. You know what I mean? It's getting cold over there now. I saw one. Was it Gianni? Gianni sent me a message the other day from Chicago.
Oh my God.
Proper cold.
That's
That's
the
That's the coldest place I've ever been in my life.
I said the same thing, Jez. Out of all the places I've been, the coldest place I've ever been to was Chicago. That wind off that water is
deep cold.
Deep
you can
cold.
see, Matty, why they called it the Windy City. Jesus Christ, takes your face off. But Matty, I'll ask you the same question. This lineup. This is Kawaji's prediction. What do you think of that, mate?
I think I don't think Eze's playing tomorrow. I'm pretty convinced. I don't think Eze's playing tomorrow. If he does, it'll surprise me. And that I'd be happy if he's in midfield. But I feel like he's gonna play Odegaard. Martinelli, he's probably gonna want a little bit of pace to go down the wing. Gyökeres, we gotta get him scoring. And I think the back line for me is just gonna be pretty much what we saw the other night. And there's a big plus in that because everybody that's on the back line all play center back. So if he needs to move somebody around to go out to the wing, he can, do whatever. So I'm kind of I'm at ease with the squad for the most part. I'm just more concerned about Saliba and Rice. Those are my two major concerns. I want to throw something else out there too and show you why this game is important. I've got Aston Villa schedule right here in front of me. When they get through with us, they've got West Ham and Manchester United. And I tell you right now, you look at Manchester. You saw Manchester United yesterday.
Yeah,
you can just about go ahead and just put 3 points down there for that. And then West Ham. So that's two tricky games. Well, two almost you would say gimme games for them, on paper. And of course they've got Chelsea, which is inconsistent. Then they've got us. After that, it is pretty much free reign for them. If we don't get 6 points from Aston Villa, this is going to be a problem later on this season. We're going to have a major problem with them later on this season. I've long said it over and over again. I'll say it again. There is going to be a team that is going to pop up out of nowhere, and they're going to be sitting right there, and people are going to wonder, how did they get there? This is how it's done. They're just going on about their business. And to be honest with you, most people wasn't even talking about Aston Villa until we started. I
called them for top 4 in the summer. I called them for top 4 in the summer.
Well, Shane, nobody was even
talking about that. They can make it. No, but they can make 11 changes in Europe. whenever they want
Yeah.
because they're in the
Yeah.
shit one, you know.
Yep. And then you've got City and Sunderland, and then you've got other teams that are still lingering around. Just for me, man, I just Norski asked me today. He said, "Matt, you think we'll do it?" I said, "We could possibly do it, but I just don't trust this manager, man. This manager has a habit in these kind of games. So tomorrow I'm gonna be watching this with a watchful eye because I want to see how he's gonna handle it. This is a critical month for this football team. Critical,
Massive.
I mean, it's no lack of better words. Massive.
Yeah.
This month and next month, we don't have a break until February the 7th. Even then, it's not over.
Yeah, we have Club Brugge in the Champions League, and then we've got to play Wolves.
They're no mugs. They drew bloody Barcelona, man.
He's been saying
and away from home
the entire time. Jesus has been saying it the entire time. And I bring this up. If you think he's going to start resting players for Brugge and Wolves, you're crazy. Why? Because he wants to. In his mind, I know this manager. He wants to finish this group undefeated. He wants.
Oh yeah, because he wants to finish top. Yeah, because then they keep him in a job later.
Yeah.
But listen, I do got a leg of people. Sorry, Jez, I've just got to go over and do that. Thanks for having me on as always. Big with Maddie, Macy, legendary chat. Legends. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Yeah, mate. Shout. Oh, he's gone. Too late.
Yeah,
you're right. I mean, look, this guy to me has all the wrong mentality, ambitions for the wrong bloody reasons. We're coming into one of the most crucial periods of football in now. Tough time, weather's shit. Tomorrow it's going to be awful, and that's when muscles. Matty, you've been.
I know this. Yes,
that's when muscles tighten. It's cold. It's raining. Temperature tomorrow during this game at midday, and I looked it up today. Predicted tomorrow in Birmingham is going to be 5 degrees.
It's going to be cold.
5 degrees with rain, strong high winds. That's when muscles tighten. Now, Matty, your experience of this, right? You've got better than me. When you've got a damaged injury muscle anyway, calf, thigh, groin, whatever. When it's cold and it's windy and you know you're carrying that injury, that is when you actually do something serious, isn't it?
Yep. I'll tell you what, you don't want to have an ankle injury or a hamstring injury or a tight groin in that kind of weather. I'm here to tell you, you do not want to be bothered with it. This is, and you think about it, Jez, you hear these stories about our training regimen under Arteta. And when I used to coach, I used to tell my players a lot of times before the game, hey, man, take it easy. Because especially in those kind of scenarios when it's freezing cold, because you're more prone to what I call those pop-up nagging injuries. You don't want to get a hamstring, stuff like if a player is dealing with plantar fasciitis, you got that kind of pain, those kind of pain, they are relatively throbbing in that kind of weather. So that's why I said tomorrow, if he's going to play Saliba and play Rice, and they're going to be out a lot, especially Saliba. These ankle injuries, I'm telling you, ankle injuries and hamstring injuries in the cold, man, they are the worst to deal with. It's one thing to deal with them when it's warm, but when you start talking about dealing with them cold, and some of these guys, like in Rice's cases, you're coming off of a short layoff, so he's in pain, regardless of what he says, he's still in pain, So I felt like for me, man, the manager we've had ample opportunities here for him to rest some of these players, and now we're in a situation where he's got to play these players. He doesn't have to, but he's going to play these players because of the situation we find ourselves in. When he could have rested these players back, we were playing Port Vale and Bolton and all these other teams, and earlier in the year. Or even we played, the Burnleys of the world, and when we up big in these games, players still playing 90th minutes, Let's not forget about soccer, by the way, Jez. Soccer's played a hell of a lot of time as well. So people tend to forget about soccer's injuries, but he's still, in the danger zone. I didn't want to see him play the other night personally. I thought he should have sat down the entire game. I'm glad he scored, but I didn't really want to see him out there. I felt like he should have had a break for this game on Saturday. But that just goes to show you, Jess, that this manager, he has to play these players because that's what he trusts. I find it crazy that he buys players and don't trust them, or he has players that we've seen and he doesn't trust them. Ethan, Diamond, he doesn't trust these players. But if it's for a marketing ploy or whatever, then they'll run him out there. We're going to come to a point this year where this is going to catch up with us. If we're not careful, this running people back, trying to get them ready for these games at the last second is going to catch up with us. Because I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking when we get near Carabao Cup time, when we get FA Cup time, Champions League knockout stages, the final run, the last month or two run in. How are these players? Are they going? Kenny said it every Monday when we do the show. Kenny says it. The fatigue. When is fatigue going to catch up with these players? Can we sustain this? Can we sustain players being healthy? That's going to be our ultimate downfall this year. Between that and the manager's decision making in critical situations. I think we've got a great team this year. I think we look pretty decent. But my concern is the caretaking and can this manager get us over the line? Those are two critical questions that have yet to be answered. And we're looking at this tomorrow, going in against a team that is on fire. And we're going in there with two players we know for a fact that are injured. And he's shoehorning them in. And now we're hoping that they can go deliver the goods tomorrow. But Jess, let's not forget, if they do it tomorrow, guess what? They've got to do it next week. And like you said, Club Brugge is not some rinky-dink team, which I've heard a lot of people this week saying, "Oh, rest against Club Brugge." It's Club Brugge. Club Brugge took Barcelona to the cleaners.
Yeah.
Club Brugge is a rep for anybody that know football. Club Brugge is not some run-of-the-mill football club. They are a decent outfit, and we may beat them this coming week, but they're coming to play football. And then Wolves, I've long said, any team that's in relegation is some of the most dangerous teams you got to play. They don't have anything. They're playing with house money. They've got to come. They've got to play because they got to try to find a win or a draw, get something. And those are the worst teams they have to deal with this time of the year. Remember that? Remember 3 years ago, Jez, we played Wolves, Macy, and Shaka got that red card. You remember that? That was supposed to be, we'll run over Wolves. And then what happened? Red card. I think we drew and lost. I can't remember.
Yeah, because not only we have Aston Villa tomorrow, we've also got Club Brugge. And Club Brugge for me, I don't watch a lot of Belgian football, but Club Brugge, they're a very interesting team to play. And it wouldn't surprise me if they give us a bit of a scare. And the Wolves game too. And I know Wolves are bottom of the Premier League, but they can give us a surprise if we play the same way we played against Brentford. But we still have to play Brighton and Everton and Bournemouth because let's not forget Brighton's manager has had a record against Arteta. He's drew the last two games against Super Duper Mick last season, 1-1 at the Emirates and 1-1 at the IMAX. So Brighton are no strangers because their manager is way younger than our manager, but he knows how to coach them properly. So, and also we have to go to Everton's new stadium after that. So Everton in their new home ground, they're more than capable of beating us in their new environment. And don't forget Bournemouth up next because we still haven't played them. And remember last season when Bournemouth beat us twice, 2-1 Vitality and 2-1 at the Emirates, and that was the year when PSG knocked us out of the Champions League. So Bournemouth this season, even though they're starting to drop out of the top half of the table, they can still spring a surprise over us because they still got some ballers in them. They've got Semenyo. They've also got they've got a ton of ballers there, and Iriola has Arteta's number twice. So it wouldn't surprise me if Iriola makes it number 3 over our manager. So we have to win all of our games this year and then move on to 2026 because that next year is the year that will show us that if we are gonna win the Premier League or if we're gonna bottle it.
True, absolute facts. Guys in the chat, give me your view. Give me a match result forecast. I'm personally going for. I'm going 2-2. I'm going for a Desmond.
Yep.
Personally, I got it right the other night when I said 2-0. So, Macy, what's your match prediction, mate?
I was gonna say 1-1, but judging by Saliba and Rice's like concerns, I'm gonna say 2-2 as well.
Fair play. Yeah, I'll get you. Matty, what's your prediction on it, mate? I mean, you'd be up at silly o'clock to do your watch along with Lee.
Yep. I'm gonna go. You all say 2-2. I'm gonna raise you. I'm gonna go 3-3.
3-3.
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
we're
good
gonna
idea.
let's go on the tomorrow because both teams we can score and they can score.
Yeah.
Like I said, if they let's not forget now. This team has been in situations where they've been down, and every single time this year they found a way to drag it back. Every single time they did. Well, let's just keep it a buck. They did it with us last year. Remember last year we were leading, and what happened? I tell that story all the time. I was on the way home. We were leading 1-0. I pulled in my driveway and tied. I walk in the house. We're down. We're down 2-1. So. This team is a feisty team. I'm telling you, Unai Emery has got this manager's number. It's, Macy was talking about Areola, but this Unai Emery, he has this manager's number. When he sometimes Arteta gets one over on him, but he doesn't. It's not by much. Not by much.
No, I agree with you on that. Mohammed says, as a Spurs fan, I'll say 1-0 to the Arsenal. Fair enough. Sleepy Arteta ball 2-1 Villa. Mm-hmm. Darren's 2-0 Villa.
Darren.
Come on, man, we're going to score. Rob Future says, I feel like we'll lose, so we'll probably win 2-1. Okay. 01 Zinino says 2-2. Desmond. Mohammed, Asbjorn says, Mohammed, they proper scammed it, just like the women's team. And I've missed something. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Matty knows. There you go. Matty knows. Depends on who starts, of course, but we know pretty much who's going to start. Stricto says 3-2 to the arse. Big up, Matty. Do you miss waking up early and to watch shit?
He said he does not miss.
Is Emery's? We don't know. We haven't heard. We haven't really looked.
I'm gonna look that up because somebody asked me that earlier, and I said I hadn't heard anything.
AFC Gunner 615 3-1 to the Arsenal. Big up, mate. SNG's going 1-1 on that one. But yeah, interesting. A lot of people going for the draw. Yeah, I can see it being a draw personally.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's a game time decision for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah. DG, beg your pardon, 20341. If Rice as a Gyökeres start, we have a good chance to win the game. I agree with you. I agree, but I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Gunners for Liam. There will be one goal in the game, I'm afraid, but not to who. Close match it will be. Okay. Strict says if we score first early, we'll be fine. Yeah, well, Arsenal need to do that, but we'll see. I see a stinky slow game, says FR League 6482. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty much tight first half, and then we'll see what happens in that second. But we're going to wrap it up, people. Mate, thanks for joining. First time on my channel.
Yeah.
Shout yourself out, mate. Shout yourself out.
It's good to be on your show, Jez. I think I've seen you on Aaron's channel and a couple of times, but it's great for you to invite me onto your show to break the game for tomorrow. So yeah, it is going to be a crucial game tomorrow. I am a bit worried. So the only hope we have left now is a draw. And I I was hoping that Sunderland can do us a favour, but given the fact that City, even though their defence this season has been a bit shaky, despite the fact they conceded 4 goals against Fulham, they were lucky to hang on to that 5-goal lead. So don't be so City are starting to catch us up now. If we slip up to Villa, then City could see that as an advantage and beat Sunderland and put more pressure on us in the title race.
Fact. Big up, mate. Thank you for joining the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Matty, as always, my partner in crime, Southern Gooner, mate. You look fucking frozen, man, to be honest. But, mate, thanks for joining. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the watch along with Ola and Lee, of course. And shout yourself out, man, where we can find you. Where's your socials?
Southern Gooner here on YouTube, and it's just stated I will be on the watch along tomorrow. I've got a loaded day tomorrow. I've got to hop up in the morning and watch the game, and then I'll be leaving, getting ready to work tomorrow night. I've got to cover the big college football game here in Georgia tomorrow, so I'll be doing that tomorrow, working. But we'll be there tomorrow early. Nothing pisses me off than getting up at early hours to watch, and we crap the bed, so we better win tomorrow. We better find a way to win tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I admire you guys over in the States, like Lawrence. He's in Los Angeles. You know what I mean? And get up at silly o'clock to watch the shit. That we sometimes, not always, we have been good. Rob Future, stick up, guys. I'll jump on next time you stick the link in. Have a good night. Yeah, anyone. Yeah, you jump in, man. I'll put it in there tonight to get different people in, and Macy jumped in, and that's always good. So next week, I'll probably do a match. I'll probably might make it a regular thing on a Friday, just to do a match preview, and then get different people to jump in and have your opinions. That's what it's all about. You people have the, you come and watch me, so I want to reply and give you the benefit. You can have your say. So thanks, people, for joining. We're going to get out of here. Matty works a lot in all kinds of jobs. Big yourself, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Oh, before I go, Jez, I wanted to say I love the draw the United States got today.
I
draw.
I was watching it, man, but sorry, I just got bored.
Yeah, I cut it off. I knew better.
And
yeah.
I mean, your president getting a peace bloody medal. I mean,
yeah, I knew it was going to be a shit show, so I stayed as far away from it as I could. I just waited until I got the phone notification that the groups was out to go look, and I wouldn't have saw we had a group. But I like the draw, but it's still a difficult draw. Paraguay is a decent team. Australia could be tricky, and I think if we get either Turkey. Let me see. I think it's Turkey and somebody else there. Whoever was one of those playoff games. But if we get Turkey in that group, then it's going to be hell on wheels because Turkey is no slouch. They've got some good balls over there, Turkey.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Matty, I said to Shane, and I said to a couple of others, if you're about a couple of days before Christmas, I'm doing the Christmas holiday show. If you're around, you're not working, or
I'm going to be in Brazil. I'll be in Brazil for 15 days. I'll be in Brazil for 15 days.
Lovely. Never been there. Never been to South America.
I'm excited to be able to go to Brazil in the winter.
Wow. Oh, yeah, man. I hope you have a great time. Love that.
Appreciate it, brother.
Well, you going to Rio? Is it Rio you're going to?
I'll be in Bahia. I'll be in Bahia. Salvador. I'll be in the north.
Beautiful. Oh, well. I wish you well, and you're very, mate, privileged. At the moment, my wife and 2 daughters are currently in New York. Christmas shopping. They're back on Monday. They've been there now. Yeah. Monday, coming back Monday. And God knows what's happened over there, how much they've spent. But hey,
I'm thinking about going to the Netherlands next year to see my cousins, because my cousins live in the Netherlands, and I heard Yeah, one of them supports a Dutch team called Valvik. I mean, I don't really watch much of the Dutch league, but one of my cousins says that he lives. Yeah, he lives in Valvik, and the football team he supports is Valvik. But I mean, the only three Dutch teams I know are Ajax, PSV, and Feyenoord. That's the only three Dutch teams I know, but I don't know much about Valvik.
Bruges play in the Eredivisie. That's the holiday league. Bruges play.
They play in the Belgian league. They play in Julipa.
I think
in the Eredivisie.
No, they're in the Julipa League. They play in Julipa Pro League. They play with the Standard.
Okay, I thought they played over that.
I also think Groningen used to play in the Dutch league too. I remember Iron Robin back in the day.
Yeah, Groningen they're still there. You got Groningen, Super Eagle, Rotterdam.
Yeah.
FC 20.
Vitesse.
Yeah. They got quite a few teams over there.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, people are going to wrap it up. Matty, as always, thank you for joining. Don't warm yourself up because you look frozen.
It is cold.
It's cold here, mate. I've got the heating bang on. Macy, thank you for joining, my friend. As always, you're always welcome back.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
get out of here, people. Go do the outro. Have a great weekend. I'll see you watching the game tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a good evening. See you all later.
Yeah.